anytime you go on a Disney cruise, when you get to a terminal that Disney cruise ship is at, there are two types of people. There are local hospitality greeting and terminal people. They have a red Disney tag.
Okay.
The crew members of the boat have a blue and white Disney tag. That's how you tell the difference.
Okay.
We get there, you go into the building, there's air conditioning. You go up to the counter that looks like a check-in for an airline. There's a woman behind the counter wearing a red thing. She looks at my wife dead in the face and goes, "Is it raining?"
That's exactly what she wants to hear.
Okay, remember the thing that I had to keep myself from doing to not go to jail before? I almost had to go find bail money for my wife. I thought she was, but she collected herself. We got our wristbands on, we got scanned in. Then we go through the whole security thing. And then once you go through security, I have a rule. Whatever it takes to get to a Disney cruise ship, do what you got to do. Once you're on a Disney cruise ship, Disney's got you.
Yeah.
You're at that point, nothing can go wrong. And I've tried. Okay, so we get in there, and for every cruise line, every vacation, have you ever been to one of those places where there are photographers assigned to take the welcome picture that they're going to try to sell you later? We turn the corner, and there are three guys standing there from the Disney cruise ship. They have the blue and white insignias. They're the ship's photographers. One of them is a guy from Trinidad Tobago, huge dreads, gorgeous looking guy, looks like the vampire from Twilight that everyone actually likes. Yeah, that guy. Everyone else sucks but that guy. So anyway, he's that guy. He goes, "Welcome to the Disney Dream, are you okay?" Like he saw my wife and froze. Whatever the spiel was, it stopped.
It stopped the spiel.
And he was like, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "I just want to get on the boat. I need some water. And I explained to him, I was like, "Dude, the port is closed. We had to walk from the terminal all the way around. It's a mile. And we had to walk." And he goes, "No one's been here for an hour." I was like, "You want to know why? They're all still they're all still in the parking lot. The buses cannot move until the president leaves. In Italy, they don't announce when the Italian prime minister, president, whatever she is going to be somewhere, because if you announce it, then the Red Brigade will probably bomb it because they've had that history, right?
Yeah.
So for security, they don't announce, they just show up. Disney has no idea this has happened. So we're walking past the photographers. They're like, "Hey, we're so sorry. What is your cabin number?" So I give them the cabin number. "I hope you have an amazing voyage. Welcome on board. We're so sorry." Nothing to do with him. But at that point, my wife realized, oh, we're going to have a good week. Because if this is what we're doing with the photographer guys, we should be in good shape. We have to walk up the switchback gangway to get up to the top boat. There's a mini costume person up on the railing waving. And my wife wanted to wave back with one finger because that's where she about was at that point. But we didn't because, So we get in there. We walk through the door. Have you ever been on a Disney boat?
Not a Disney boat, no.
I'm going to have to take care of that for you. Anyway, I can do that, by the way. So you go in. When you go in, you are greeted like you see in movies where they announce Prince so from blah, 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 right?
No way. Do they really?
They ask you for your last name. And then you go up there and they go, "Disney Dream, please welcome the old school nerd family." Not my last name, but for the story, it works.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. At that point, there is white jackets, officers of the ship on either side of the doors. They clap and welcome you on board. My amazing, wonderful, gorgeous bride has just ranged walk 102 degrees on ancient stone piers with no shade, almost getting run over by an admiral and his wife. The Italian check-in person wants to know if it's raining outside. No, bitch, I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
The only person that has even cared so far has been the two Navy couples, the photographer and the poor woman that saw her when, as soon as they announced this, instead of having that a magical, amazing Disney moment, her adrenaline dumped.
Oh, no.
She was overwhelmed. Could you imagine being sweaty, makeup's gone, hair's matted, your clothes are soaked, and all these people are trying to show you that it's a magical moment?
Well, I
And
can't
all you,
imagine that. I can imagine being with that person.
however, because it's Disney, they immediately recognize, okay, no, 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 no. Forget, okay, everyone, stop. Oh, cut. Put fucking Goofy back. Put
I
him back.
love that. This is not the ones. This is not.
Do not bring Donald out here. She looks like she can kick the shit out of a duck.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but she wasn't mad. She was just, she
over.
made
She was
it.
done. She was done.
It's okay. 10-mile road march, basic training. The last 10-mile road march.
Yep.
When you finally get there and you get there, that feeling.
Yeah.
That's what she was doing at that moment. So I was like, look, if I could just get you to the room, you could take a shower, cool off, change your clothes. We'll take a break and relax. 2 hours later, she had a glass of wine in her hand on the deck, breeze in her hair.
Good to
She had
go.
look, once we were there, perfection.
Yep.
The effort and the mistake of crossing the parking lot of the Italian president's house came back to haunt me 2 days later. But yeah, so
Love that. I didn't know
oh,
you guys deployed to Italy. That's awesome.
yeah, we did. We totally did. Took over the port. We had air support from an F-35 Lightning II.
That's perfect,
Um,
bro.
but I mean, that kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, that photographer, you want to know why he asked our cabin number?
Why?
2 days later, we show up in our cabin and there's a giant cookie and Rice Krispie ornamental display
Cool.
thing in
Cool.
our room with a card from the photography team going, "We hope that your honeymoon is way better than your arrival." The photography team.
Awesome. See, that's class. That's
Yeah,
class right there.
it is. You know
That's
what's not
class right there.
class? Almost getting hit by an Italian admiral and his wife.
I mean, but that's just, I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it is.
Like,
I go places. I go places, and I wonder how people like Tom Segura and Bill Burr and Joe Rogan
yeah.
and all these, Shane Gillis, all these amazingly talented comedians come up with these crazy ass stories. And then I realize that shit just happens to
Yeah.
them. They're just good at telling the story.
Yep. Facts.
That's all it is.
Yep. Facts. Man, that's one hell of a good story, man. Jesus. That's one hell of a good story, dude. I love that. I absolutely love that. Like that, like I could just imagine, dude. You're a stronger man than I would have been.
I need
I would have
I
thrown
literally
hands.
need to have a new channel that said what happened was, and just tell all this. Every time we go somewhere, something ridiculous happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm just unlucky or the fact that stuff that should normally have gotten me killed doesn't because my wife is there and therefore I live to tell the tale. I think it might be a combination of both.
Dude, I'd watch it. I'd watch it. I'd watch it. I'm there for it, man. Put that shit up. I'm there. I
All
gotta
right,
hear
what's
all
next?
of it.
What's next?
Well, what's next on the docket after we've run down your honeymoon story and our movie reviews?
Movie reviews.
Right, movie reviews. I don't even know how to segue out of this, man. That was epic, dude. That was
Just
like
do what I do.
I feel
Just
like
start talking about something else.
I feel like that was just an
Segues
epic.
are for people with editors and production value.
Yeah,
We
not
don't do
here.
that here.
No, not here. Not here. If it's not working, yeah. Anyway, look. So check this out. Okay. I'll this is what is the biggest? Okay, I'm stumbling over my words right here, which is a normal thing. Okay. Can we talk about the YouTube changes that are coming down the pike that you may or may not be
It won't matter to me.
all right then.
No, but we can. Let's talk about it.
No,
I would love,
because
no, we can. When I say it won't matter to me, I don't. I've been through so many YouTube changes.
yeah.
I just kind of roll with it and be like, okay, I won't do that.
Yeah,
that's just what I do.
You know, I'm glad you have this take of that, because for me on the channel and the bands that I, let's say, reacted to, they're not beholden to the drama that's unfolding. You know, so it's kind of like as far removed from that as possible. I'm not scared of it. I just think that my biggest fear is what happens. I know you're probably good to go, but for me, I was just like, does that set a trend, a thing to others, or do you think that's just isolated for this one? I'm
Let,
not plugged in. I'll put it that way.
let's give the children at home some context.
Yeah.
Give them an example about what you're talking about, because you're stepping around it and realize technically we can't get involved. We can't get in trouble for talking about it because we're not showing any of the content here.
Oh, true, true. And I'm not an artist at UMG, so you
Oh,
know.
you're talking about UMG, SME, and things like that.
Yes,
We're
that.
talking about the copyright crackdown that affects
Yes,
everybody but me.
exactly. Everyone but you.
All right.
I
The people who have gotten in trouble for it, they brought it upon themselves.
Okay.
And I have a unique perspective on that.